is ignored, completely ignored.
Ben, why don't you go on the facts about the economy instead of 10-year-old talking points? The fact is that the EU helps us more with our
Don't be so rude to me, I'll kick you off. Tiffany?
Yeah, well, first of all, to Mally's point, if unless I'm mistaken, I believe that the US GDP is 50% that per capita what that of the EU is. So I know you can look that one up to fact check me, but the reality is that the EU, especially under little sweet liberal white woman Ursula's, leadership, is overregulated with legislation. It's overwhelmed by illegal immigration, and it is on a massive intentional death march towards the mass suicide of national identity. America will always be the stronger of the two and will always be the leadership of freedom. And I'm sorry if the EU wants to kill Western civilization, but we're not going to have that happen on our watch. And Rachel Reeves and the Labour Party is, as usual, quite mistaken.
Benjamin? I mean, that's a great point, actually. It's a great point. You want to look at the economy, you want to look at preservation of culture, of society, of safety. I mean, NATO, President Trump is the one who's telling NATO to pull their socks up. NATO can't survive without America.
Well, look, I mean, that's the kind of thing that, it might get bots on TikTok to like your post, but it's not a serious comment about growing the British economy. Most people in this country are not thinking about sort of Western civilization descending in the next week. They're thinking about...
We know they're not. I know that.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious by the fact that your nation's putting people in jail at 12,000 count per year for their social media posts. We understand that the terrorism's happening because of the mass Islamic immigration. We see the small boats coming abroad, and someone that lived in the EU and in the UK for quite a while and went to uni there, I can tell you as an American that what is happening in the United Kingdom is atrocious. And as the place that should be the leader of Western civilization, considering that's where we have Shakespeare from and all these great leaders and thinkers like Winston Churchill, it is shameful and very, very sad and devastating to anyone like me that actually cares for Britain, for England, and for what she stands for and what she has stood for on the timeline of history, to see a nation so fallen that she would rather elect Islamic governors and mayors and leaders, that she would rather bow down to, the mass immigration and socialist ideologies of Europe instead of fighting for the freedom. Because let's not forget, the reason why I exist and why my ancestors founded America was based on the principles and the ideals that your nation lost the plot on.